Michael Cole alongside Taz, and we welcome you to Portland, Oregon. It's been a long time since we've come to Portland, and it's great to be back.
No doubt, Cole. Tonight, the Rose City's gonna get its face rocked, and I can't wait.
And neither can these fans. We better get started, or we might have a riot on our hands. He's got this crowd solidly behind him, and now he's going to give them exactly what they want to see.
You can't just keep playing to the crowd, though, Cole. That's a huge distraction, in my opinion. He dodged that bullet. No doubt from what we're seeing here, these WWE fans are getting their money's worth.
If they don't yet, I'm sure they will by the end of the match, Taz. Boy, Christian's a real piece of work.
You know, you can show off for the crowd all you want, but all that does is let your opponent rest up.
Actually, Taz, I think it's a great display of confidence on the part of this great superstar.
3.
Seeing a match like this makes me proud to be part of this company.
I'm with you, partner. You just can't experience a thrill like this anywhere else.
And that's because you ain't gonna see athletes like this anywhere else.
You certainly aren't. They're the greatest athletes in the world, and this is the only place you'll see them doing what they do best.
I feel like a real jerk when somebody counters you like that.
You talk about raw power. You talk about intensity. Have you ever seen a superstar like Batista?
I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Nothing costs you a match quicker than overconfidence.
What are you talking about? I see a dominant superstar who's rallying this capacity crowd behind him. Great reversal.
2. 3.
A lot of people give Christian a lot of grief. I think he's a real American hero.
Well, most people have good... He anticipated that move perfectly.
I think he's looking to mess up his opponent's face a little bit.
Unprettier! And it looks like he got all of it!
I think we know which way this one's gonna go, Cole.
Actually, Taz, from my perspective, I think it could go either way.
And what perspective would that be exactly? The perspective of somebody who has a neck that resembles a stack of dimes?
He saw that one coming.
I gotta tell you, I didn't expect... Watch it! He reversed it! These superstars are pounding. Here's the pin! That wasn't even 2! Nice quick counter. Look at these superstars, Cole. I mean, they're not even contemplating the fact that they might lose here tonight.
They've sacrificed so much to get here, Taz. I don't think they can allow that thought to enter their heads.
Man, I almost feel bad for JR and King, Cole.
Why?
When's the last time you think they saw a match this good?
I couldn't tell you, Taz. I don't know if they've ever had anything this good on Raw.
Me neither. Because I guess that just makes sense. I mean, after all, SmackDown is the #1 brand in all of sports entertainment.
And that's one of the few things we completely agree on, partner. It doesn't get any bigger or better than SmackDown. I knew it was only a matter of time before we saw that. I don't like it, but as long as it wins matches, it's going to keep happening.
That's the bottom line, Cole. If you're not doing everything you can to win, then you're in the wrong game. Man, his opponent looked like a punk with that counter.
This capacity crowd is on its feet. It It knows what's coming.
Here it comes. Batista bomb. That'll break every bone in your body, Cole.
Rope break.
Man, I'm telling you, from my in-ring experience, trust me, you could cut this tension with a knife.
I don't think you need in-ring experience to feel the tenacity radiating off these superstars, Taz. I don't think anything could be...
Oh, man, this is just about the last hold you want to find yourself in.
I can imagine. Just look at the pressure being applied here. He's taking a little time to give his opponent a piece of his mind.
You sure you can spare it, Cole?
What a deadly submission hold this is. We might see a tap out right here.
It wouldn't surprise me one bit. The longer you stay in this, the more risk you have for serious injury.
What a counter that was.
You know, Cole, I'd ask you who you were pulling for in this
break.
match, but I think it's pretty obvious since the beginning who you're rooting for.
I never claimed to be completely objective, Taz. It's no secret I respect superstars who stick within the rules and show some sportsmanship in the ring.
You gotta understand, Cole, I know it ain't exactly kosher, but you're putting your body on the line in there. You gotta do whatever it takes to protect yourself and pick up the win.
Taz, you're talking about two different things. Going outside the rules in the name of self-defense is one thing, but he was one step ahead on that one.
It's so great seeing these athletes compete here tonight. I had a feeling they were gonna wind up against each other sooner or later.
There were times when it seemed like it wasn't going to happen, but I can't tell you how glad I am that it did.
That's for sure. You know, anytime you throw these kind of combustible elements into a match, you're guaranteed to get a hell of a show.
And that's exactly what we're seeing here tonight.
Man, you talk about superstars who ain't got an ounce of quit in them, huh? You're looking at them right here.
And that's a potentially dangerous mindset to be in. If you're too proud to realize that you're in trouble, you might wind up risking your career for a single match.
Look, Cole, this ain't ballet. You gotta go in there. Gotta give him credit, Cole. He was playing possum, and he got away with it.
He's going for the pin.
1, 2, 3.
This capacity crowd is making their opinions known tonight.
No surprise there, Cole. The WWE fans ain't exactly known for keeping their opinions to themselves.
I don't think he's going to win any fans over with that.
1.
It ain't about winning over the fans, though, Cole. He's letting everyone know that he
Two.
don't give a damn what they think.
1, 2,
And there's the counter, Cole.
3, 4.
Man, this match is so good.
5.
It's even worth sitting next to you to watch it, Cole.
Well, thanks a lot, Taz.
6.
You know, you're not always my #1 choice for a broadcast partner either.
You know what you should do, Girl Pants? You should team up with Jerry Lawler. Then it could be the king and queen on commentary.
Real funny, Taz. You know, that would almost be worth not having to work with a joker like you all the time.
Let me tell you, Cole, I spoke to these superstars before the match, and I ain't never seen competitors more fired up and ready to get it on.
And there's the reversal.
I think they're slowing their pace. He smells blood in
Rope
the water,
break.
Cole. He's going straight for the submission.
And this could prove to be a decisive moment in this match.
And I think these superstars are going to keep it up until they've got literally nothing left to give.
And that's the attitude you have to take to win. You know that your opponent isn't going to hold anything back, and you can't afford to either.
I'd love to know where you're coming up with this stuff, Cole, because it's sure not for personal experience, I know that. don't see action like this every day, Cole.
You sure don't, Taz. And we've got the best. Nice reversal. Oh, no. I know where this is going.
There it is, the unprettier. Face first, right into the ground. On the mat, shoulders down. This could be it.
2, 3.
And the crowd has come alive tonight with a chant directed at the superstars in the ring.
Yeah, and you can't let that break your focus. But that's easier said than done.
That reversal might stop his opponent's momentum dead. Ladies and gentlemen, we are seeing an incredible display of athletic ability here tonight.
What do you expect, Cole? These are WWE superstars for crying out loud. They're the greatest athletes in the world.
True enough, Taz. There's no off-season for them.
Here's the pin. This could be it.
1.
I hope he didn't seriously think he was getting a pin there.
What a reversal. What an incredible match we've seen so far.
And it ain't over yet, Cole.
It sure isn't. I think these superstars could keep going for quite a while longer.
2, 3.
Batista has had lots of success so far, but that's...
4.
Look at this, Cole. He don't look too worried about this match.
1.
Well, he should be. Until that bell rings, this is still anyone's
2.
match.
1. 1.
Each of these competitors is looking for the slightest hint of weakness in the other.
That's the law of the jungle, Cole. An injured superstar's
3.
like a wounded animal. It's survival of the fittest.
4.
And that also means that if you're not at 100%, you've got to be able to hide it from your opponent.
You got that right, Cole. This
6.
business is as psychological as it is physical. You can't let your opponent think you're easy pickings.
Well, I wouldn't consider any of these superstars to be easy pickings, no matter how beaten up they get.
He ain't taking any chances with this submission, Cole. Look at how tight he's got it locked in.
I see that, Taz. I wouldn't be surprised if he got his opponent to tap out right here.
I don't think there's going to be anything... Look at the fans, Cole. They know what he's up to.
Oh, my God! What a Batista bomb! And there's the pin!
1.
There's not a superstar in the locker room who can afford to ignore these fans, Cole.
You're right about that. Without the fans, we'd all be out of a job.
He's going for the cover, Cole.
2.
Oh, man, I can't believe that wasn't 3.
Look at these fans. They didn't like that one bit.
Yeah, well, you know what? I got some bad news for these fans. He don't give a damn what you think. That was a textbook reversal.
I don't think anyone in this match has even considered that they might not walk out the winner.
I'm sure they haven't, Cole. That's the kind of attitude
1.
that gets you beat quicker than anything. As soon as you let the slightest
2.
doubt into your mind, you can forget about it.
And that's something I don't
3.
think people realize. The mental conditioning of the WWE
4.
superstars is just as impressive as the physical conditioning.
5.
The pride in the hearts of these competitors might be the only thing that's keeping them going.
And pride's a powerful emotion. But when you just plain run out of gas, there's nothing in the world that can keep it.
Look at this! Could it be?
You're damn right it is, Cole. And that's a heck of a finisher right there.
He's going for the pin! This
1,
could be it!
2.
I love hearing the crowd
3.
come alive, even when I don't exactly agree with what they're saying.
Me too. And I do agree with what they're saying, Taz. A textbook reversal. Can he follow up?
Oh, God! That's a solid steel chair, Cole. That don't tickle. There is no doubt that Batista had a hell of an impact on Raw, Cole. But now that he doesn't have Triple H or Ric Flair, watch this. That was a heck of a match, Cole. I won't mind. Well, that's a 3 count. That's all she wrote.
That certainly was a decisive victory. That pinfall.
Here's your winner and still the World Heavyweight Champion,
After 3, you lose. That's it.
Batista.